Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, verses 13 and 14. Bhakti Yoga, path of devotion. In the last verse, Bhagwan Krishna said, a devotee, a jnani, who has no hatred towards all beings, who is friendly, who is compassionate, who is free from I and mine attitude, ahankara, who does not uh, jump from earth to heaven when there is happiness, one who does not fall into badala lok when there is sadness, complete depression, who forgives others whether the mistake is committed knowingly or unknowingly. He is the one who is very dear to me. That is what Bhagwan Krishna said in verse 13. Actually, verse 14 also, some more qualities he is saying. Bhagwan Krishna continues them. Verse 13 and 14. Verse 13. Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna eva cha nirmamo niragankaragam samadukka sugakshami. Verse 14. Santushta sadadam yogi yadatma drida nischayagam Mayyarpidamano buddhihi yo mat bhakta same priyagam. Verse 13 we have already seen yesterday. Verse 14. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says the word satatam, santushta sadadam yogi, the word satatam is beautifully placed between the words santushtaha and yogi. This word satatam, that is always, will qualify both the words. That is santushtaha and yogi. Satatam santushtaha, that is always contented. Everyone in this world wants more, never contented. The world has enough for our needs, but not for our greeds. One flat we have, one more flat, bigger flat we want. One car we have, we need one more car, SUV, to go with the family. I need not have to say about shirts, pants and saris. Normally we used to get only 2 shirts and maybe 1 pant during Diwali time. Now it is an everyday affair. Every day there is a calling bell, and when you open the door, somebody is standing with a packet. It comes to your doorstep. All almiras are overloaded. You check your almira. I am openly saying mine. The saris and pants, innumerable. Anything we want more, more and more, not less. We are trying to dose the fire by pouring petroleum into it, not ghee, petroleum. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, people can say enough only for 2 things. One is food and the other is Brahmajnana. Food, all of us know. Once we take enough food in a marriage, then if he says one more serving of anything you like, if the stomach is full, you will say nothing doing. No. Even if it is Amrita, the divine payasa, even if it comes, you will say no, because the stomach is full. Second is, Swami Chinmayananda says, Brahmajnana. No one can reach the fullness with regard to other knowledges, with whatever knowledge you take. The more one knows in the other fields, the more he comes to know that he knows very little of that knowledge. Even Brahmajnana, now at present we will feel, Brahmajnana, how can I attain it? That is the way we feel. But Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, once you realize Brahman, then that knowledge is complete. And there is no scope for further improvement or investigation or trying to this thing. Once you know what is Brahman, Matter over, finish. You have attained fullness. There is no other further investigation required. Atma is Brahma. In other fields, every day the science is growing. So there is no end to it. We invariably become sad. If we think, we invariably become sad by counting on things which we do not have. This I don't have, that I don't have, etc. If we simply reverse this and start counting the things with which we are blessed with, even though we don't deserve it, automatically we can feel happy and contented. We all know the saying, count your blessings. Everybody, every day walking, somebody will say, count your blessings. But how many times we have actually sat and counted our blessings? Once you start counting your blessings, you will feel happy and contented. This devotee, instead of looking up to people who are richer and better than him, leading a better lifestyle, and not looking into whether they deserve it or not. Because our next question is somebody buys a car, next neighbor. Sir, I know about this fellow, sir. Corrupt fellow. How can you buy this big car? So you don't worry about his character. Instead of worrying about his character, this devotee sees people below him and understands that there are crores of people, not lakhs, not billions, crores of people who are more knowledgeable and more intelligent than him, than that devotee, but who are not blessed with the same comforts which he is enjoying at present. I am enjoying a good house, good food, good bed. What else you need? Now, if I see that, then if I see somebody below me, for example, my own servant who comes daily to clean the house, if I see that servant, then I must feel extremely happy for these comforts. For example, if I am able to buy a good chapel and walk around, instead of seeing a cricket star who wears a sports shoe, costliest sports shoe, now it is all 5,000, 10,000, even lakhs it is coming, who is playing. You just, instead of watching the sports, you watch the shoe of that fellow. Then you become unhappy and discontented. I am not able to buy that shoe. Instead of looking at that, if you see a person who is not having legs and is walking with two props, then immediately I can feel happy, compassionate, and contented also. God has given me good legs to walk. I am able to buy a chapel, walk around, see that person. Hence, that devotee is always contented and thanks Bhagwan Krishna. He only reverses the direction of his seeing. Instead of seeing people who is richer than him, he sees the people below him and says, Hare Krishna, there are n number of people who are more knowledgeable, more intelligent than me, who deserves this kind of comfort. But you have blessed me with this. Thank you, Krishna. That is attitude. That is why he is contented. Satatam santushtaka. Then Satatam yogi. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, yogi has got two meanings. One is who has mastery or control over himself, and the other is unite himself with Bhagavan. Uniting himself with Bhagavan. So two meanings are there. Here the meaning is he will always identify or unite himself with the Brahma or Bhagavan. Bhagavan already said in chapter 6, verse 46. Chapter 6, verse 46, Bhagavan said, Tabasvibhyo digo yogi jnanibhyo vimatodikaha karmibhyascha digo yogi tasmat yogi bhavarjuna. Hey Arjuna, A yogi is superior to a tapasvi, superior to men of wisdom, superior to men of action. Therefore, Arjuna tried to become a yogi. That is what Bhagavan said in chapter 6, verse 46. Same thing Bhagavan says. Satatam yogi. He is always a yogi. Then Yadatma. Yadatma is a person who has mastered his mind. He can order his mind to think or not to think on something else. We all know mind is a good servant, but a very bad master. We all know, everyone knows this. Sir, you don't have to tell me, I know this. Everybody knows this, invariably. Whoever knows little bit of English knows this. But for us, mind is our master till today. If we ask the mind to think something, it will think something else. And it will say, it is my way. You come in my way. You don't command me. This is what the mind will say. But this devotee has mastered his mind by practicing Viveka and Vairagya. That is why he is Yadatma. Then Bhagavan says, Tridanischaya. He is of firm conviction. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, this yogi or devotee sees clearly Atma as Brahma. Yes, absolute conviction, firm belief. He says this Dega, this is very, very beautiful. Certain things, that is why we need a guru. Otherwise, how will we learn all these things? We will never know. So this is very important, please note. He says this Dega, that is body, and Atma. Atma, I cannot translate it. Atma is Brahman, but for the present you understand it as life. This is not correct, but for the purpose of understanding. Dega, that is body, and Atma, that is life, is tied together. That is why I am here, you are there. What is the thread by which both body and life are tied together? Hereafter I will not say life, I will say Atma. What is the thread by which both body and Atma are tied together? Swamiji says it is avidya. From this avidya only, kama and karma comes out. So the string is three standard. Swamiji says the string is three standard. Three. One is avidya, second is kama, and third is karma. All of them put together are called Hritaya Granthi. That is the knot. Three knots are there. When you pull the correct string, that is avidya, which is the basis for this kama and karma, the knot gets resolved. And there is no longer any doubt about whether Atma is Brahman or not. Firm conviction that Atma is Brahman. I have simplified whatever he has said, he has written beautifully. I cannot say everything. What I suggest is, if somebody wants to know more, please go through his book. I have put it simply, what he is saying, what he has said, tried to say. So, pardon me if I have not completely said whatever he wanted to say. So, simply understood, this body and life, this body and Atma are tied together by the thread called avidya, which is the cause for kama and karma. If you remove avidya, then immediately you will realize Atma is Brahma. That is what I understand. For an average seeker like me, I would say even a bad decision is better than an indecision. This also everybody knows. Before taking a decision, one should analyze, read, assimilate, reflect, go to the guru or teacher, and everything. You collect the data. Based on that, one must decide his path. Once decided, he must have firm conviction. Every time, always, we are shaky in our decisions. That is the main reason for our failures. One must have firm belief in himself, in the Guru, and in the Shastras, at present Bhagavad Gita, without which one cannot achieve what he wants. If you don't have a firm conviction, then you cannot achieve anything. A doubting master can never achieve any goal. Now we have decided Bhagwan Krishna is the goal. Otherwise, I will not be reading Bhagavad Gita, you will not be hearing this. Even though I am saying this every time when I say you, it is me, Radha Krishna, telling Radha Krishna. So never think I am telling anybody. It's me. I am reading for myself. So rightly or wrongly, I took Bhagavad Gita, I have climbed almost 12 steps. Now I should not have any doubt whether I will reach Krishna. Am I wasting my time? Instead of reading Bhagavad Gita, can I do something else? Firm conviction is necessary. These thoughts naturally will come to our mind. It is not, it will not come, it will come. One should have firm faith in the goal and the conviction that I will reach the goal. Dृढ़ निश्चय. That is very, very important. Then, Mayarpida Manobuddhi. Maybe, my thinking. Arjuna had the same question which is running in my mind. Or in our minds. All of us will have the same question. Can I do all these things, Hare Krishna? It looks impossible for a householder like me. Hare Krishna, I think you do not know the troubles of this life and the trouble which my mind creates. Competitive world, Krishna, competitive world. You are not understanding. You are just simply saying whatever you want to say. You do this, you do that, be contented, be happy, don't envy somebody, don't hate somebody. But competitive world, mind is not cooperating. Morning till evening, we hate somebody. If I go to office, I hate my boss. On the bus, I hate somebody. We go around with a stiff face because of many problems. You are saying to go with a smiley face. How can I smile? Smile is not coming, Krishna. We do not have time to show sympathy to anyone. I don't even see that person. My problem is more than his problem. How can I see that other fellow? Even if I show some sympathy, suppose I give 1 rupee to the beggar, it is with lot of contempt I give. Krishna, please understand. How can I remove my I and my feeling? The moment I say I don't have I and my feeling, somebody stands behind me with a stamp paper, says, kindly put your signature here. I will take all your assets. Unless we are a tree or a stone, the emotions like happiness and sadness naturally will come to us, Krishna. Am I a stone? Am I a tree? Not to show my emotions. How can I forgive that rascal of my life who has cheated me? Krishna, impossible. Krishna, you are saying something which is impossible. You are saying something which is not practical, Krishna. This is thinking of all of us. All these qualities, all these things. Krishna says, my devotee or yogi or a sannyasi. Then we think, these are all for sannyasis, yogis, and not for me. This is not for me, Krishna. This is our argument. Krishna smiles. Hey Arjuna, please remember, already in chapter 8, verse 7, I gave a technique. तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु मामनुस्मरयुध्य च मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिः मामे वैश्यस्य संशयः. Arjuna, I told you. Already I told you. This is not the first time I am telling you. Remember me, try to remember me at all times. Fight the war. For Arjuna, it is fighting the war. For us, it is fighting the war of our life. Surrender or fix your mind and intellect to me. Without an iota of doubt, you will reach me. I am reminding you again, Bhagwan says, the more you travel towards me, the more you will be away from all the above qualities, the bad qualities, the bad thinking. I can vouch for this as an average person. Now I am talking as myself. I can vouch for this. What Bhagwan Krishna says is correct. It is a fact. It is a fact of life. If you deeply involve yourself in any work or prayer, you can yourself realize that those bad thoughts never come anywhere near you. It is a fact of life. You deeply involve in your work, deeply involve yourself in any prayer. Naturally, those bad thoughts will automatically go away. That is why Bhagavan says, Mad Bhakta Same Priyaha. The one who loves me, travel towards me, irrespective of the difficulties and other troubles which he faces in this life. He travels with firm conviction. Once he surrenders his mind and intellect to me, he is my Bhakta. I have already said umpteen number of times. Krishna says, I have already said umpteen number of times. I will not allow my Bhakta to perish because he loves me and I love him. Now, verses 13 and 14 again. Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna eva cha nirmamo nirahankaragam samadukka sugashami. Verse 14. Santushta sadadam yogi yadatma drida nischayagam mayyarpidamano buddhihi yo mad bhakta same priyaham. Next verse we will see tomorrow. Hari Om. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana